Hey there everybody and happy reset. Today's video is going to be my daily gathering that I do. It's just my thing I do every day. I just go take all my characters. I have each one of them parked at a place where they can gather up all kinds of materials, wood, trees, or vegetables. I'm not one of those players that does a lot of high level endgame content at all, so in order for me to make some materials and such, I just park my characters at an easy to get to place and gather up the materials. So let's get started. I'm going to start with my main, which is Tamarin, and I have her parked at Siren's Landing in Ore. There's a place here where she can farm up trees and she can farm up oysters. So if you need to know where it is on your map, it's over here in the ruins of Ore and Siren's Landing at the Bloated Beach waypoint, right here. So normally it'll start me off right here, and normally there is an oyster straight out in the water here, but it doesn't look like it's there just yet. Oh, there's one over here. There's a few of them that pop out. Usually there's one right down here. And then over the fence there'll be a piece of coral, and it's not there either today. Everything moves around, so the piece of coral is usually right here, and then the second oyster is over here. So then from there I just turn around and then go collect the rest of the stuff. Sometimes there will be another oyster right here or up here on top of this ramp. There it is. So after that, I've got trees I gotta go get. There's one over here. And this is just, like I said, something I do to gather up materials, keep myself in materials. I know there's a lot of people out there that play a lot of the high-end, endgame stuff, fractals, raids, dungeons, all that, but I am not good enough to do any of that, and it doesn't hold my attention, so I just don't do it. Most of the time, there's a tree right here, but it's not here today, so it's moved. There's usually a couple of them right over here, which here they are. Now, if you want, you can, of course, gather all this stuff up and sell it, if you like, but I don't do that. I keep it because I need the materials to use for stuff. And up here, there's a waterlogged chest. There's usually another tree, like right over here by this little worker, but it's not there today. And the trees that are out here, they'll respawn every couple hours, but that waterlogged chest, I believe, is just once every 24 hours, and the oysters are once every 24 hours, I believe. I also like to get the experience orbs that are out here, so I kind of go in a big circle. After I get my trees, I go grab all my experience orbs. So from here, we'll just sky scale up, and its first experience orb is right down there. And then we'll just turn around and go this way and get the rest of them. And this is something I can do where if I don't have a lot of time to play one day, or if my hands are hurting real super bad and I only want to play for like an hour, then I can do this, gather up all my materials, and at least I'll feel like I've done something for the day and been productive. There's my last tree. Alright, so there. Once I get all the trees, I have one of those ley matter energy converters, and I'll get my free key for the day. You can pick out one free key every day from this thing. So I'll grab me a pack crowbar. It has other tabs where you can buy other things with other currencies, but I don't do that. I leave it all alone because I'm trying to save up those currencies. So then from here, I go to my home instance. I have a home portal stone, so it takes me there for free. And in my home instance, I have 40 different nodes that I collect. So I'll go around collecting all those. My computer isn't the best, so my ore hasn't loaded up just yet. Still gets done what I needed to do, so I'm happy with it. There they are. Now they've loaded. I have a lot of nodes from festivals and a bunch from the trading post. You can get home instance nodes by buying them with Black Lion statuettes, but I do not recommend doing that because it is very expensive. They cost about 100 Black Lion statuettes each, and you can, those Black Lion statuettes, I think you can get better stuff if you just buy other stuff with your Black Lion statuettes instead of the home instance nodes, because most of the nodes are on the trading post and you can get them for relatively good prices. The highest price I've ever paid for a node was 85 gold. So, I don't have any of the super expensive ones yet. But there's a couple on there you can get. One of them is like 1 gold, I believe. I think that's the hatched chili node. No, don't quote me on that, but there's a couple of them on there that are super cheap. And it just gets you some more materials. Like I said, if you want to come and farm up everything in your home instance and then sell it for gold, you can do that. Or you can just keep the materials and use them for stuff. This little found bandit chest moves around every day, so it's in a different spot every day.
Mine. All mine. All shiny.
Yeah, when I first started playing the game, I was like, what am I going to use this place for? This home instance? I was like, what am I going to use it for? And then I discovered that you could start putting all kinds of different nodes in it and gathering them up every day, so I thought, oh, that's useful for me. Lots of people, they just opt to stand in town and wait for, just wait for reset and ask people, does anybody have a full instance I can come farm? And people offer and they'll do that. So they don't really have to. Some people don't even put anything in their home instance. They'll just either not use it at all, or they will ask someone else if they can join their instance and farm it. I like mine though, it gives me something to do. Alright, so that's everything in my home instance that I need to collect, and from here I'm going to go to the guild hall and collect up what we have in our guild hall. And my boyfriend has worked very, very hard on the guild hall. 99% of it he's done on his own. I donated a little bit of gold and a little bit of materials here and there to it, but for the most part he's done all of this himself. And there's only 4 of us in our guild. 2 of us which are currently playing right now, which is he and I. So everything we have is all thanks to my boyfriend. We're working on getting the waypoint discount. That's our next thing we want to get, so we can travel a little bit cheaper, because I am all about reduced price traveling in this game, because if you waypoint everywhere all the time, it is going to suck up your gold. So especially if you're waypointing, you know, to places that are really far away. So I bought me a bunch of portal stones. Like I have my home portal stone, I have a world boss portal device. This portals you to, you know, you can pull up a menu where it shows you what's the next world boss coming up, and if you click on it, it will show you where to go and take you to it. And then I have the invitation to the party, which is, this is what you get for collecting all the invitations separately for each festival. So if there's an active festival going on, you double click on this and it takes you directly to it. Then there's the recharging teleport to friend. I use a lot of teleport to friend because I'm always going somewhere where the boyfriend is. So I use that, and I have extra ones. So, and then I have other portal scrolls down here that I can use for free travel to areas to get me around, so I don't have to spend as much gold, because goodness knows I don't have a lot of gold and I need all that I can get. So there's everything that I have accumulated from gathering in my little areas. So then I'm going to open up all the bags. Got to break down a thing.
All shiny.
Deposit all the materials. Oh, I got a recipe book. Let's check and see. Do I already know all these recipes? Not everything. Okay, so let's see. Minstrel, huh? I don't know which one I want to pick. Let's just do the saber. Okay, we'll do that one. Yay, learned a new recipe. Alright there, so that's all cleaned out. Oh, my Maudry too should be ready to eat. Every day you can feed her like 5 times, and she will eat up your excess bloodstone dust, which I have some right here for her. And she'll give you either junk trophies or materials or something. So that's another thing I can do today. And then, okay, she's too full to eat anymore, so that's done for the day. We're going to open those. And she gave me some little kind of junk stuff to sell and some materials.
Power flow at 30%.
Salvage the junk. And I'm one of those people. I like to keep my inventory very, very neat and tidy. So, when I'm done gathering all my stuff up, I will go and I will sell the junk to the merchant just to get it out of my inventory. I don't want to look at it and mess with it and be stressed out by it.
Your face from my dream.
Okay, and there's some more junk down here I can sell. There we go. Okay, all junk sold. So when she's done, I can just get out of the guild hall and it'll plant me right back in Siren's Landing where she started out at. And that's it for the first character. Now we're just going to switch and we're going to keep on keeping on. yeah, this kind of makes it feel like if I don't have a lot of time to play or something, I still, like I said, I still feel like I've accomplished something and I've gotten something done in about an hour. So I have my Elementalist over here in Seitung Harbor on Xingjie Island. Closest waypoint would be the village waypoint, and he's over here by the Seitung prison area, and he is gathering up fruits and vegetables and lotus. So right down here there was some cabbage and soybeans I grabbed. Now there's going to be with him I have on, oh, I forgot to mention with Tamarin, I have on the volatile magic tools with her, so every time she gathers something up, I'm sure you noticed that she's gathering up volatile magic as well. And what I do with that is later on I will trade that stuff in for like shipments. You can get leather shipments, trophy shipments, metal shipments, and then you can get more materials with your volatile magic. Alright, so with him I have the Skyscale Hatchling Harvesting Tool with a Glyph of Reaping. The Glyph of Reaping gathers from all nearby resource nodes that this tool can gather from. So because he's gathering stuff with the harvesting tool, I can gather up everything around him very quickly, and that makes this go by fast because there's a lot of stuff over here. So I'm here at the flax, and I'll turn around so you can see, like, there's potatoes over here. I'm going to hit gather, and it's going to suck all of it up around him. This Glyph of Reaping came with that tool. I bought all three of the Skyscale Hatchling tools. I bought the logging axe and the harvesting sickle and the mining tool also. So I have each one of those on different characters depending on where they're at, so they can reap the benefits of whatever tool that they're using. So for him, like I said, it gathers up everything around him quickly, and it's super handy. So here there's a whole bunch of stuff you can gather up. Sometimes there's a tree, like there's the cherry blossom tree over there. Sometimes it's in this little area, oops, and sometimes it's in another little spot that's close. It's still close. Alright, so from here, I will go and get on my Skyscale, and there's some lotuses above me. See that little cloud, race cloud right there? I just go right over it, because there's some lotuses I want to get over here. We're going to go take a dip and grab up these lotuses. And this character here, he is a very old character as well. My main Tamarin, she is 11 years old now. She just had her birthday. Her official birthday is actually tomorrow, the 25th of August. But they gave her her present a couple days early. Galvin here, he is also 11 years old, but he has not got his birthday present yet. Okay, so here's all the materials I've gathered with him. We're going to deposit all the materials. And I don't have any junk to sell with him, so I'm just going to leave him right here until tomorrow when I can gather stuff up again. And then we're going to select our next character and keep on moving. Alright, so my Necromancer is in Sparkfly Fen. Over here, closest waypoint is the Ocean's Gullet waypoint. And she's got two places that she gathers from. Right here where I have her at, there is a whole bunch of cauliflower. There's a cauliflower field here, a couple of platinum ores. And then over here where this personal waypoint marker I've set is, there is a rich platinum ore over there. I like to go get both of those. Now, if I'm in a hurry, or I'm not feeling particularly well, my hands are hurting really bad that day, or whatever, I will go ahead and just do one of the things. But most of the time I like to do all of it. I like to gather up all my little spots. So today I feel good, so I'm going to go ahead and gather up both my little spots that I have. See, there's a rich platinum up here behind me. Sometimes that pops up. It's not every day. Now, you know, sometimes it's in a cave. But today it's right here, so we're just going to get it. I don't have any special tools on her. She just has the regular orichalcum tools. There's a platinum ore on the way to where I'm going. May as well get it while I'm here. And there's usually a veteran boar right next to this rich platinum vein, but it looks like that player there has already killed it, so we don't have to worry about him. I go through a lot of metal and a lot of wood on my account, so that's why I have most of them parked in places for that. I always try to keep a couple extra tools on my characters too, just for that reason of, whoops, I ran out. Okay, so now she's done. We're going to leave her right where she is. I'm just going to deposit my materials.
Affirmative.
I'm not going to get rid of her junk just yet. I'm going to leave it there. Who cares? Alright. Oh, there's that veteran jungle boar right there.
On the mend.
There we go. Haha. Okay, so then we're going to switch characters. So I have my ranger over here in Gindarin Fields at the Provern Shore waypoint area where the personal marker is. There is a patch of spinach. And then I also like to kill the ambient creatures around her, the does, the stags, and there's a couple of bears back here also, because this character is collecting spinach and red meat. So we're going to drop down here.
Fast as the wood.
Dispatch this Etten. Okay, he's taken care of, so now we can safely gather up our stuff. Oh, on her I have the Lucky Dog harvesting tool, which it came with the glyph of the scavenger, which grants you a 33% chance to receive a bonus fine crafting material after gathering in addition to your gathering results. So she's got 1/3 of a chance to find extra stuff when she's gathering with that tool. When this tool first came out, I didn't care what it did. I had to have it because it was a dog, and I absolutely love dogs. So I did not care. I was like, that was an insto buy because it was a dog. I had that on Tamarin for a long time until I got Tamarin her volatile magic tools. So in this area, like I said, she's grabbing up spinach and red meat, and sometimes there'll be another couple of things that pops up over here. Not every day, of course. Again, I know I sound like a broken record, but when they do pop up, I like to go get them. Because they're just right here. To me, it's not out of my way.
Fury, protect me. Strength of the pack.
See, there's the red meat. Some of the animals that are like ambient creatures, some of them in certain areas, they don't drop anything. But I found that in this area they do, and if I can get the stuff, I'm gonna get it.
I am mighty.
Alright, so that's everything over here. Now underneath here, you'll notice there is a little thing for button mushrooms. There is a cave down here with a little puzzle in it, where when you complete the little puzzle, you can get a grand chest once a day. It's not a jumping puzzle, but I just figured for myself that's too out of the way. I'm not going to go do that every day.
We have
So I
completed the
just
task
skipped
at
that
hand.
part. But it is down there. If you wanted to do it, I can show you where it's at. So if you drop down off the side of the cliff here and start running over this way, you're going to start seeing some ruins and some rubble. You're just going to head right into the ruins, up the stairs here. And then there's some ooze and some fire traps. And there'll be a few more little traps in there, more enemies. And there's a couple of plates that you have to stand on in a certain order. And once you get the plates stood on in the correct order, it opens up the door where you can go in and get the chest if you like. But I'm not going to do that today. Sometimes you'll go down there and the door will already be open because somebody else has already completed the thing. Alright, deposit my materials and switch characters. And this character that I'm on, I have her in the Brisbane Wildlands. And she is collecting 2 different rich nodes. You can just collect one of them if you like, and just move on to the next character if you want to go quick. Oh, my rich node's not here yet. Okay, that's because that one there is every 24 hours, and I got it. It's not been 24 hours yet. But anyway, where she's at is in Brisbane Wildlands. She is at the Gallowfields waypoint. And right where the personal waypoint marker, personal marker I have put down, there is a rich node right here. And there's also one, I'll show you where the other one's at. It's probably, I've probably already got that one today too. So you just fly up out of the gorge. See, you're inside a gorge there. There it is, see, right down here. So you fly up out of the gorge, and you go straight down this road. Sometimes there'll be some silver ore right there you can get. Keep on going straight past all the spiders. Hey, there's some ore. Whoop, now I've really gone and done
Time
it.
to do some real damage.
Attracted every spider in the game. Okay. I just wanted my ore. And there'll be some flesh reavers up here with the other ore, which, yeah, the other ore is not spawned yet either. But it's usually right here where these flesh reavers are at. There's another little interesting factoid about this area right here too.
A simple distortion. You're seeing things.
So the neat little thing about this little area where this other ore is right here, I'll show you on the map. So from the Gallowfields waypoint, it's the straight shot all the way just right here by this big old tree right here. In this area, there's a couple of dead bodies, and they change every day. So like this one, you can see it's kind of halfway stuck in the ground. Looks kind of weird. And then there's another one right here. A little dead scrit. Well, these will change later on. Every day they change that I come out here. It's somebody different. It's either like there's a worker or they just change. Okay, so I can't get none of her stuff, but I showed you where it was. And then we're going to switch characters again. Go on to the next one. And this character here is in Queensdale at the Beetleton Farms, and he is collecting lettuce, mainly. That's the big jackpot item for him. And then the little stuff is ore. Like I have him standing here because there was an ore here yesterday where it's up here now. So on this character, I have the Skyskill Hashling mining tool, and this has a glyph of alchemy on it. Replaces gathering results with materials used in higher level crafting recipes. So what this one does is he's at copper ore because he's in a very low level area. But when I mine the ore, you'll notice over here that it changes it to a higher level thing. So he's getting iron and silver from a copper node because he's got that glyph on his tool. So that's the little tiny thing, and then we're headed to the farm area where there'll be a couple of different things you can grab. Over here, there's a little tree over here, we'll get that.
Follow me. I'll take you there.
And this character is not a character I normally play with. He's just a mule. He's holding a bunch of my materials for me. That's why I have him in one of the easiest to get to places, because I just created him and I went from here to over here. And I said, okay, where can I put him where that's going to be useful? And this is the place I picked. So on my little path, we're just grabbing a couple things. And then you'll see here's the big thing, the lettuce. And one of the reasons I'm collecting lettuce and spinach is because I have a bunch of research kits. I accidentally bought like 50 of them. So I figured, well, gotta use them up. So what I'm doing is I will get a whole bunch of lettuce and spinach and a couple other ingredients, and then I will make up a bunch of those potions of the Nightmare Court, and then you can research the entire stack for research notes. So then I can stock up on research notes for whatever I want to buy later on with the research notes. So that's what I'm kind of working on. Yeah, it was kind of comical. I meant to buy 5 stacks of research kits, and I bought 50 by mistake. Oops. So I've burned through about 20 stacks, so I have about 30 of them left. Yeah, and right down here, there's usually a tree either right here, or the tree will be like right over there. There's another one. Oh, there's another one. No, usually only one of these is out here. That's cool. We'll get both of them. Like I said, this to me is not out of my way. Gathering up all my stuff is very relaxing to me. And I know, to each their own, right? The old lady likes to go gather her stuff. So then actually I'm just going to leave him right here, because in the future there might be more trees that pop up right there. And then we're going to go ahead and switch characters again. This one I have over here in Malcor's Leap in ore. He's mainly gathering trees. That's his jackpot item. There's a little tree, there's a stand of trees over here. He's at Paga's Waypoint in the Theater of Delight in Malcor's Leap in ore. And also there's another place where I'm going to show you that you can get something from this area too that is for myself, it's not too out of the way. From Paga's Waypoint, if you zoom out of the map and head over this way, you'll see the Murmur Waypoint right next to Jinx Isle. If you go to this waypoint and then you take your skimmer or sky scale, whichever, right to about right there, then you can find another rich ore that's right there. So for alright, so yeah, you can get another rich ore node that's right over there. We'll go over there and I'll show you where it's at. First thing, we'll get his smaller stuff first. So you just got to go out of town, take you a right, and then there'll be this little path here. There'll be a few small things along the way, and then we'll get to the big thing. Oh, there's all kinds of goodies along the path today. Oh, here comes an enemy. Oh boy, here comes a couple of them.
Strong.
Hello, can I please jump? There we go. Okay.
That feels good.
Man, these guys are everywhere today.
Running out of endurance. Urge to kill rising. That feels good.
So here's the big jackpot item over here. There's a little stand of trees.
That looks valuable.
And for his tools, he has the Skyscale Hatchling logging tool because he's gathering trees. So he's got Glyph of the Forester. Grants a 33% chance to reward bonus wood logs while gathering, in addition to your gathering results. So he gets extra wood. He has a third of a chance to get some extra wood while he's out here gathering.
That feels good.
So then from the tree stand, I just kind of go zigzagging around, grabbing the other stuff that's quick and close on the way back to town.
Strong.
And again, each day, you know, things change, so every single node won't be in the same spot except for that stand of trees. That's always there. That's the big ticket item that everybody loves. So then normally I would go back to town this way. Hey, there's another tree over there. I'm not going to bother getting it though. So then I'll show you where the other one is. So from here, from Paga's Waypoint, we're going to zoom out on the map and we're going to head over to the west to Murmur Waypoint. And And then we are going to skim our way over to the Jinx Isle and get that other rich node that's over there. And you can see on the way there's other nodes underneath us. So if you are so inclined, you can go and get those nodes as well. Aha, you see it just popped up on the map. There it is. So I just kind of crawl up the side here. And there's never ever a monster up here. This is one of the only rich nodes I've ever encountered where there are no monsters. There's never ever a monster. Unless maybe, I don't know if this door opens later on. I've never been over here when this door opened, but there's never been a monster here. And I've been doing this for about a year now. Alright, so I'm just going to leave him here, so tomorrow when I come back with him, I can just go ahead and gather that up again. And then we're going to see, he's got a bunch of materials, we're going to go ahead and deposit all of his materials he got. And then swap out again. One more left. I have this character at a rich orichalcum node in the desert, and there's always a monster there when you first pop in, unless somebody has recently killed it for you. There it is.
I majored in pain with a minor in suffering.
So, I'm gonna get this. And she also does not have any special tools on her. Just the regular old orichalcum tools. And this area here is in the Desert Highlands in Ilona. So you do have to have the Path of Fire expansion to get over here. And her nearest waypoint is Brightwater Waypoint. And then you'll see my little personal marker up here. There is, if you just sky scale your way up these cliffs, and you'll get onto this big old plateau mesa thing, column. And then you can just leave your character parked here. You just have to always remember that when you log in, be prepared to fight, because that dust mite twister is probably going to be out. Alright, so there we go. She got her stuff, and then there's her stuff that she got. We're going to deposit it all. And then, that's it. That's it for my daily gathering. That's what I do. So yeah, you can either do the daily gathering to make more gold for yourself by gathering everything up and selling it, or you can do like I do and just keep everything and use the materials. Oh, I didn't check my dailies for the Wizard's Vault. Alright, so the Wizard's Vault, my dailies, I have it picked as PvE only because I'm not real big on PvP or World versus World. I better swap characters because here we go again. While I explain that. Yeah, these guys, they pop out pretty quick. Okay, I'm going to switch characters real quick so I can get on one of them that's not in any danger. Go back to Tam. She's in a safe spot. So yeah, any of your rich nodes are only going to appear once every 24 hours. The regular ones will respawn every couple hours or so. I'm not exactly sure what the time frame on those is. I'm sure that on the Guild Wars 2 wiki you could see, but I have not checked it. I'm going to put her back where she goes, and then check my Wizard's Vault dailies. Okay, so like I was saying, I put everything on PvE because I'm not big on, I don't do PvP, and World versus World is very, very rare for me. So I picked PvE dailies, and let me see, I've already got a whole bunch of stuff. I got my login done already, claim that reward. loot 10 defeated enemies. I've already done that. Look at that. Just by gathering my stuff up, I've already completed almost all of my dailies already. Defeat 5 veteran enemies. That's complete. Get that reward. Now I need to complete a renowned heart, and my dailies will be done for the day. So just by gathering my stuff up, I got almost all my dailies done. Alright, cool. Well, that's today's video, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you found it useful or informative in some way, and I hope this little old lady was able to help you out a little bit with your character. And I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful day.